Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey everybody, Darcy Monet here from the Darcy Monet Vocal Style Studio in Los Angeles. Check out my website if you're curious. Thanks for joining me for another week of voicing my thoughts on American Idol. We had the top 7 this week. But before we get to that, if you don't mind, if you're watching on the YouTubes, please subscribe. And if you're watching on Facebook, please like the page. And as always, comment, thumbs up, stuff. I love to hear from you. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them for you if I can, okay? So moving right along, let's start with gorgeous Miss Jurnee. I didn't like Kiss, y'all. Not because she sang it bad, but just because I was like, I felt like there's probably 10 other songs by Prince that she probably could have shredded. She moved about the stage and stuff, but you know, same with Back at One, her next song from the year she was born, there's just no connection, none. I don't know, and I noticed this with Gabby too, who I'm going to talk to about in a second. I don't know if these girls are so worried that the cameras are so up close on their face that they're worried about looking not pretty, but you got to be able to give me some facial expressions. You've got to be able to tell that story in your eyes at some point, you know? So she sang perfectly well. She sings circles around everybody on this show, but she didn't make it through. And I think half of it is maybe because she's a lesbian and Marika can't handle it. And half of it is because she just keeps that wall up, you know? So I hate to see her go. I loved her, but that's my advice, honey. Get that connection going. I tell my students this all the time. At the end of the day, you can be the most technical singer there is and have pristine quality singing, but if your audience doesn't believe you, then who cares? You know, just doesn't matter. So yeah, Gabby Tommy Lahren, same critique there. Hope You Dance is a great song song choice for her, but I felt like she lost the connection. I didn't see any hopefulness in her expressions as she was singing the song. I felt like she was too concerned about looking good. So I need to see stuff meet your eyes. You got to get the eyes are the windows of the soul. Let me see your soul. Now her second song, How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore, that was great. I do love a country singer that can hold up on R&B, prove that she can do something other than just country. That was a smoking vocal and a great performance, and I really liked that one. Michael J. So, I Would Die For You. Yeah. Weird Vowel Boy is back. I'll give him this. He didn't sound anything like Prince singing it. So he was doing his own thing, so I can't fault him for that. My Heart Will Go On. I don't recall that anybody has ever tried this song on this show in all the 16 seasons. So that's impressive to start with. Again, he had weird vowels, but at least they're elongated and open instead of spread and he sings with no tension whatsoever, which I love. The thing that got me on his first audition is his soft voice is so pretty. And I loved at the beginning of the song that his soft voice came back and we got to hear that, and that was wonderful. I knew he'd crush My Heart Will Go On, and he did. He did. Okay, so up next, Catie. Who Will Save Your Soul? I really wasn't digging it at first. As it went along, it got cooler. By the end, it was a totally different feel for the lyric, which was really interesting to me. So I thought it really served the lyric by the end. I just thought it was kind of shaky at the start. Not that he doesn't have a low range, because he does, but it just wasn't, it wasn't clean. So anyway, moving right along, that was an okay performance. I liked Jungle Love. I thought that was really fun. I thought he looked like he was having fun. I worried at the end when he was screaming with his river o' veins. You know, somebody on that show, they have about 65 vocal coaches. Somebody needs to tell him how to support that stuff so that he's not, you know, blowing his throat out. He's not going to sing in 5 years if he keeps doing that. Anyway, I have a friend who keeps calling him a one-trick pony. Yeah, talking to you, Hayes. Here's the thing about the American music industry. They don't want singers that can sing every freaking style of music. That right there is why I never ended up getting a record deal. I didn't know who I wanted to be. He knows who he is, period. He's known it from day one. He walked in knowing this is what I do and what I love to do, and there's nothing wrong with that. So let's not be calling people one-trick pony just because they already know what the music industry is about, bruh. Just saying. Love you, mean it. Next up, Catie Turner. Oh, dear sweet Lord. Oops, I Did It Again was very interesting. I thought she looked amazing. I loved her dress. I kind of liked and kind of not liked the vibe of the arrangement. It had a little bit of a these boots were made for walking feel. So it was kind of cool. I'm not sure it worked entirely. She sang that fine. It was an enjoyable performance. Manic Monday, we all know, was a terrible crash and burn. She just forgot the lyrics or whatever. But I liked the encouragement from the judges because, yeah, any professional singer in their lifetime has experienced forgetting the lyrics, and that just happens sometimes. The good thing is she didn't have a total meltdown. She didn't quit and walk off the stage. She didn't just stop singing. It was awkward, but she got herself back together and she finished the song. Yeah, I know Simon would have shredded her a new booty hole for that, but that's because he has no idea what it's like to be on stage and perform because he has no freaking talent. So I'm going to take the encouragement from Luke Bryan, Katy Perry, and Lionel Richie at all costs because they actually know something about performing on stage in front of people. So don't worry, honey. I was kind of surprised she didn't get through, but then afterwards reading Twitter, I was like, oh, okay. Apparently she's a little too annoying for a lot of people. So, but I'm not worried about her. I think she's a star. I think she's extraordinarily talented. I think she's a beautiful voice that I could listen to all day, and she's going to be just fine. She probably doesn't even have to go to college at this point. She has carved herself out a career at this point, and I kind of hope she gets her own sitcom because that girl's funny, weird, and funny. And I think she has a huge future ahead of her. We'll see more of you, sweetie. Anyway, Caleb, I forget he's there. Lee Hutchinson. He's a sweetheart. He just is. I like Amazed. I love that song by Lone Star. I thought he did a great job of it. Thought it was a perfect song choice for him. I think he's getting to a point where he's starting to look really comfortable on stage and really settling into, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, this feels good. I think I'm all right with this, you know? So I'm okay with that. I actually got some goosies at the climax of that song. So I thought he did really good. Tonight I feel like is the first time, or the other night now, was the first time I really cared about him. You know, I thought he did a really great job, even with When Doves Cry, which I was a little nervous about, because I'm like, this song has 2 notes. I don't know that this arrangement is going to work. But he made it work. It was almost kind of David Cook-esque. Remember him? I just liked where it landed for him, and I think he did a great job, and it was dark, which we haven't seen, and I thought he really brought it and told that story well and gave us the proper facial expressions. Nothing irritates me more than somebody singing a serious song with an ear-to-ear grin. No, that boy at 19 years old already knows how to tell you the story the right way, and I appreciate that. You know, that's why I keep saying, y'all, sing like you mean it is not a joke, okay? It's catchy, but it also really freaking matters, you know? Gotta tell the story. You are nothing. The singer is nothing. You are the vessel for the story, okay? Maddie! Nothing compares to you, of course. What a perfect song choice for her. Song choice. I liked her beat at the piano. It was a nice little change up. Don't have anything to complain about. Love the strings, love the arrangement. If it makes you happy. Now this, y'all, is a song that every time I hear it on the radio, which isn't very often anymore, I think, man, that's a song I should learn and do at karaoke when the time comes. And I forget every time. I thought she did a great job on it. I like that she had a little grit in there on If It Makes You Happy. She put a little grit in there. That's not my forte, so don't go with that example. She's so comfortable on stage. She just looks like, hey, I just had breakfast. Think I'll sing a song. Ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, lo-lo-lo-lo. And then she sings her beautiful crystalline voice, and it's amazing and lovely and perfect. And I really like this. I like that she's stretching her chest voice a little and exploring up there. And whoever coaches her is helping her do it properly, I would have to say. So, that leaves us with the top 5. A very, very, very light top 5 and 1 chocolate chip. So Caleb, Maddie, Cade, Gabby, and Michael J are our top 5. Can I just complain right now that only the top 7 are going on tour? I'm not buying that ticket. I'm not buying that ticket without Ada, without Michelle, without Dennis. Are you kidding me? Way to be cheap. So I thought it was kind of a weird night, not my favorite night overall, but you know, here we go at warp speed toward the winner in a couple weeks. I will be back next week. Let me know your thoughts, your comments. Do you agree with the results? Whatever. Do you like how somebody sings? Do you not like how somebody sings? You know, tell me what you think. That said, I guess that's it. And I guess I'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Sing like you mean it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.